Hi, this is Saxena from Just Tutors. Today in this video we are going to learn about fiber to fabric. So these are the objectives of this video, that what we are going to learn. So let's discuss what are the objectives. The very first objective is introduction to fiber and fabric. Then we learn about wool, fibers, from how we produce fiber to wool, what is the processing of making fibers to wool. So let's move ahead and start with this introduction of fiber to fabric. In this video, we will learn about fibers obtained from animals. So far we discussed natural fibers. Look at the picture carefully. You will find the animals that are the main sources of fibers. So here you can see a picture of yak, alpaca, sheep, goat, camel. So these are the main animals which are the sources of fibers. Now let us discuss wool in this video. As we know that fibers from animals are wool and silk. These are the two fibers which are obtained by animals. So in this video we will mainly discuss wool. Wool is the animal fiber which comes from mostly sheep. It was the first fiber to be spun into yarn, and it provides more warmth than other animal fibers. Apart from sheep, wool also comes from Angora goat, yak, llama, alpaca, and even camels. All these animals have a thick coat of hair or fleece, which keeps them warm. Wool is obtained from the fleece. Sheep wool is more commonly available in India. In Tibet and Ladakh, yak wool is more common, whereas in Jammu and Kashmir, it is the Angora goat. The famous Pashmina shawls come from the soft underfur of the Kashmiri goat. In South America, the llama and the alpaca yield wool. So, sheep hair is formed by two types of fibers: the coarse beard and the fine soft underhair, which is close to the skin. This fine hair provides the fiber to make wool. Now, sheep rearing. You must have seen the flocks of grazing sheep in the fields. Sheep are herbivorous and prefer grass and leaves. However, shepherds also feed them mixtures of pulses, corn, jowar, oil, cake, and minerals. In winter, they are fed by leaves, grain, and dry fodder. In India, sheep are reared in the hills of Himachal Pradesh and Arunachal Pradesh, and also in the plains of Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. Sheep rearing is the branch of animal husbandry. Sheep are reared mainly for their meat, wool, and milk. This is selective breeding. Selective breeding is a process of selecting the parents for obtaining special characters in the offspring. Selective breeding is done to have the sheep with soft hair. You can study this table. Now, the processing of fibers to wool. The process of making fiber into wool follows shearing, scouring, sorting, cleaning of burrs, dyeing, straightening, combing, and finally rolling into the yarn. So very first is shearing. Shearing is the first step in this processing fiber into wool. It is the removal of fleece of sheep along a thin layer of the skin. Generally, sheep are sheared in warm weather, usually spring, as they don't require their woolly coats to keep them warm. The next is scouring. It is the process of washing the sheared hair. The woolen fibers are thoroughly washed in the big tanks to remove grease, dust, and dirt by fully mechanized machines. Then it comes to sorting. Sorting is done after scouring to separate hair of different texture and types. This is to separate the low and good quality fibers. This good quality wool from the shoulder and sides of the sheep is used for clothing, while the more inferior quality comes from the lower legs and is used to make rugs. The fleece is sorted according to its texture and type. After sorting, the next step comes, which is known as dyeing. In this process, in this step, Picking out of any remaining burrs, small fluffy fibers, is followed by the dyeing of fibers in various colors. Since the natural fibers are mostly black, brown or white in color, they can be dyed in various colors. Moving on, the next step comes straightening, combing and rolling. Once the dyeing process is completed, the fibers are straightened, combed and rolled into yarns. Longer fibers are made into wool of sweaters, while the shorter fibers are spun and woven into woolen clothes. Now, this is a very important part of this occupational hazards. So, workers in wool industry have to face occupational hazards. Now, what is this occupational hazard? It is a risk that can be life-threatening to workers due to their occupation are called occupational hazards. They get infected by a bacterium called anthrax, which causes a fatal blood disease called Sorter's disease. So, the workers, those who are working in fiber factories or in such manufacturing companies, they need to be very careful while working with them, because this anthrax bacteria may enter their body and be a cause of this Sorter's disease. On the next slide, we have some practice questions now on the basis of topics we have just learned in this video. You have to try these questions, and for trying these questions you can pause this video, and after that you can check your answers on the next slide. So these are the answers for these questions. If your all correct answers are correct, then well done, you have made a really good progress in this video, and if not, you must watch this video once again. That's all for this video. For more videos, you could log on to justtutors.com. Thank you.